What up guys, it's Dave Catch and Repeat here. If you're new to the channel, this is my hunting, catch and cook channel that I've split off from my fishing channel, Fish Eat Repeat, to exclusively focus on hunting. Now, I decided to record this video because I'm planning a hunt coming up next weekend, and I thought if I organised everything out methodically for a video, it would help me actually organise it properly for the real thing. So that's what we've done. And I thought it'd be interesting for some. So this is the first time I'm ever hunting tahr. This is the first time I'm hunting in the South Island. It's the first time I'm actually doing an overnight hunt. I'm going with my mate Rish. He's done a couple of hunts already, but I believe this is his first tahr hunt as well. So we're going to give it a good go. Bought a lot of gear for this trip, combined with gear that I already had as well. So hopefully it's all good. Hopefully it goes well. We planned it out. We're heading about 2 hours out of Ashburton, flying into Christchurch on Thursday. He's picking me up, and then we'll be in the hills hopefully Thursday afternoon. So it should be a good one. Purpose of today, go through what I've packed, not because I think I know everything. In fact, quite the opposite. I'm sure there'll be key stuff that I've missed, but because I'm a rookie, because I'm packing for the first time, hopefully if anyone sees this before I actually go, before I leave, which is tomorrow, two and a half days time, you can give me some tips and say, hey, what about this? And also, just if you're a rookie yourself, I like publishing these kind of quite kind of raw, so to speak, or open and honest videos, so that you don't feel like a dickhead. Because, and previously when I've gone hunting or gone fishing for the first time, a new technique, new style, I feel it can be really overwhelming. So I try and make these videos, you know, normally I don't do it live, but I've got a bit better, so try and do it live, save some time rather than editing. But yeah, try my best to show you guys what I've done, and hopefully make you feel comfortable as well. Just going to triple check it's recording because I've got it facing the other way. Yep, happy days. Alright, now I don't foresee a lot of people watching this because because it is on my new hunting channel. Sure, if it was on my fishing channel I'd be getting tons of views, but that's alright. Hopefully this video does well longer term and is an awesome record for myself for later on as well. Okay, so the purpose of today, go through everything I'm packing. This is about a 2.5 day hunt. We're going in Thursday night, staying Thursday night, Friday night, and then likely coming back late Saturday, but it really depends. We have all of Sunday as flex as well, which is great. I'm not coming home till the Monday. I'm going to start off by going through my food and kind of first aid, safety, cutlery, cooking gear first, and this bin here. Then I'll go into my camping equipment, my marmot sleeping bag, my tent, my Orson tent, trekking, and then it's most of things. Then I'll go into the clothes I'm taking, and then the outer hunting gear. So my TwinNeedle harness, along with my binos, my thermal binos. And then finally, I will finish on my filming equipment as well, if anyone's interested to see what I'm taking filming, plus a lot of other stuff in there as well. There's knives and butchering gear and cooking stuff as well. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be pretty on the fly, just making sure I've got everything. Okay, first things first. So what I'm taking cooking. I've got this vacuum sealer here. This is a tussock portable vacuum sealer. Sorry, one thing I will say first. We're hiking in, we're not taking a chopper. We're walking in, yeah, so I've got this tussock outdoor vacuum sealer. Now, I'm not taking this hiking, that would be madness, but I am taking this to Rish's, so we can backpack my game, assume we get some. Touch wood on the way home. So I'm taking that down, but I'm not taking it with me on the hike. I've got a couple of dry bags. These are real cheap, very tough though, Kmart ones. I've got a 15 litre and there's a 3 litre, I think, in my backpack down there. For water, I've got a platypus 2 litre camel pack drinking. This is really good, holds heaps of fluid. And then something that I bought really recently, follows on from this, so I've been really impressed with platypus, is this platypus 1 litre. Just trying to find it. 1 litre filter bag with a proper 6 log reduction, or 99.999999% filter for filtering water and to make potable water. I actually used this during a recent power cut, and a recent water issue we had in Hamilton. It was an absolute game changer. You can use cleaning tablets, but I prefer filters because it doesn't matter how dirty the water is, you're not going to get particulates in the water or basically shit and crud, unlike if you used cleaning sanitizing tablets, because they're only going to sanitize the bacteria, they're not actually going to remove the foreign matter. Also, for those that aren't aware, I'm a food scientist, so I might use some more technical terms than others as we go through. And also, full disclosure, the majority of this gear is not sponsored in any way. If anything is sponsored, or maybe I got a good deal off it, or a brand helped me out, I'll do my best to try and remember to disclose this. So yeah, platypus, not sponsored in any way. So that's water. For snacks, got a couple of the backcountry cuisines. We'll just go with the water. We've got some just energy bars. These are really good. I'm really happy with these ones. Whatever they are, Cliff Bar. Buy them from the old sports store. Have a few Dog and Gun Red Stag coffees. These are an absolute game changer if you like good coffee and you're on the move. We have some disposable chopsticks. Got some kimchi ramyun there, some Korean noodles. We've got a couple of packets of these. And I have some electrolyte tabs for water because I sweat like a pig and I need to hydrate as fast as I can, and a couple of little bloody sports action gels as well. Again, I sweat like a dog, so I need those. A couple of smoothies there, and that's most of the food, I think. But Rish, who lives down in South Island, unlike myself, he's packing a couple of lunches for us. We're going to have salamis, I think wraps and cheese and your general stuff like that. Plus we'll buy some scroggin and other gear, so we should have heaps of food. Plus, touch wood, we get an animal, either a tahr. By the way, I'll take a nanny. I don't care. I'm there for eating, not for trophies, or we might even get a wallaby. We'll take that and eat that too. Okay, I think that's most of the food. Now, as for cooking equipment, I just bought this tiny little spoon. You obviously do not need a cooking spoon, but I find them quite handy. And you never know if you're going to need some other spoon for any other reason as well, so we'll just take that. I've got a couple of these. It's just a fork, spoon and knife. Light little travel gear there. Tiny little cup I picked up from Macpac, I think it was. Little folding one there. And then I have this, what is it, a Camp Master gas. Basically it's a jet boil, but it's a knockoff jet boil. I got this from Kmart. It was like $50. I've already tried it out. It works mint. For those that don't know, overseas, Kmart is an extremely cheap, incredibly high quality though, general big supermarket mall thing. Superstore, I don't know what it is. But anyway, trying this out. Hopefully it works mint. If it does, I'll let you know. If it doesn't, well, it was cheap, so it is what it is. Cool, I think that's most of the food. For first aid, so I take first aid super seriously. I've been involved in a few serious crashes and injuries and trauma events, either through work. I was an advanced first aider for work. I've been first on the scene in multiple car crashes for some reason when I was in other vehicles and unrelated. And my own injuries, and then hunting and fishing, it does happen a lot. I don't take first aid or injuries and safety. I take it very seriously, and I definitely don't take it as a joke. So yeah, I always try and make sure we've got first aid. Rish, the guy I'm going with, he's super onto it as well. He cares a lot about safety, so I think touch wood will be okay. But first aid is important. I got this. Basically, I think it's like a trauma gauze. I bought this just at the Seeker show just the other day. It's just for packing in deep internal wounds, which is either obviously going to be from a bullet shot, heaven forbid, but from slipping and getting a sharp stick into you, a knife. Very common, hopefully not common, but more likely serious injuries you're going to get hunting. So yeah, big gauze trauma kit. This I bought specifically for this trip, something I've wanted for a very long time, and I hadn't found the right one. I hadn't even found one in the store, to be honest, but this is a tourniquet. you can use a belt instead of a tourniquet, but I find belts will not keep the same pressure as a tourniquet will, and if you hit an artery, especially your leg arteries, you will need a tourniquet to save your life. So again, these things, I hope I never ever use them, but if I do, I'll be thankful that I have it. Super glue, that's just for quickly sealing a cut. Lucas pawpaw, it's for chapped lips, chafing, and also to heal any wounds, burns, etc., just to prevent bacterial growth. Cover, add a bacterial layer, proof layer there. Betadine antiseptic ointment, so this is antiseptic, incredibly good for putting on wounds, abrasions, any cuts, preventing that infection. You don't want tetanus or anything like that. Losing my voice because I've just had a cold. Couple of tampons. This one's a little bit left field, but I learnt from a advanced first aid course from a guy that was a hunter that was teaching us that he uses tampons because they're incredibly good at blocking a deep hole with blood in it, which kind of sounds straightforward, but also something some people may not think is that obvious. One other thing I don't have yet is tape. I'm trying to find it. I think it's in my truck. But Rishi's got tape as well. Tape's really good for, you know, binding stuff up, binding a leg, binding an arm, or just having tape in general, no matter what you're doing in case you need to fix something. A Victorinox pocket knife. This one is quite heavy, but it's got heaps of cool little stuff. It's got your standard bloody knife, but why I bought this one, I think it's actually the Outdoors one or camper one or something, but anyway, it's got a pair of pliers, and it also has a pair of scissors. So scissors, I think, is probably one of the most convenient things that just you never regret bringing a pair of scissors anywhere, especially if you're a fisherman like myself. HPA lighter. This is a butane lighter and it's sealed in a waterproof case. The lighter itself isn't waterproof. Just checking there's lots of fuel there, yep. But this will light up no matter, like, if it's windy, whatever, it's butane, it'll run like an absolute weapon. Or sorry, lighter fluid, but it's high powered anyway. And this is not first aid, this is a knife sharpener that's sitting in there as well. We'll use if need be. Put all that back. How we going? Just going to check the old live video. Oh yeah, some legend watching. Cheers, mate. Whoever this is. 30 minutes. Okay, what's next? Sleeping gear. Okay, so I did get a good deal on this Orson Tracker 2 tent. I did a poll on Instagram, a New Zealand Instagram poll, and just said, hey, what's everyone's recommendation for a 1 to 2 person tent that's super reliable? The Orson Tracker 2 got incredible high votes. In fact, I think it got 100% of the votes out of 5 options. And then Orson, the legends, came to the party. I got a good deal on that. So I'll be really looking forward to trying this out. I have put it up myself already once, and it literally only took 10 minutes. You can see that on my Instagram. Fishy repeat if you're interested. I've got a couple of tracker poles here. They're actually different, which might seem stupid. I really like this pole with the hands. You can like really dig on it and lean on it. It's got this nice curve here. But because I film and I've got a 360 camera, I found that if you film with a 360 camera on top, that shaft there is quite phallic shaped when I was trying it out. So I was like, oh shit. And I wanted to buy a second one anyway. So I bought a different shaped tracker pole, which if you're OCD, which I'm not, that would really bug you, but I'm not, so I'm sweet. What else? Oh yeah, sorry, I've diverted a little bit, but anyway, that's not exactly tenting. For sleeping bag, goodness, I have a Marmot, it's called a Sawtooth, a Marmot Sawtooth sleeping bag. I got this on an incredible sale when Torpedo 7 was closing down. I think it was like 200 down from 600. It's a -9 degrees now in New Zealand. We're heading into summer, so it's supposed to only be about 2 degrees C. I have no idea what that is in Fahrenheit. But, you know, kind of cold, but not super cold. So this sleeping bag is massively overkill, but you can always take it off. It's very light, it's incredibly light. I think it's like 1.8 kilos? I don't know, it's pretty light. Maybe it's less than that, maybe it's like 1.8 pounds. Maybe it's like just over a kilo. But super light. Yeah, it's down. Looking forward to giving that a go. even if it's just as a mattress, so to speak, underneath, because I'm sweating my ass off. This here is an inflatable mattress. Again, this is from the Legends at Kmart. Not sponsored in any way. It was super cheap, it was like 50 bucks. It's also really light if you look online and compare this against all these other ones. This inflatable one is one of the lightest I could find. And it was rated like 5 stars. There was a guy that said he'd used it in the outback, slept on the ground outside, and everyone rated it highly, so I'm not gonna buy something expensive for no reason. I got no problems with using Kmart. See how that goes. If it bursts, I lose 50 bucks. If it doesn't, happy days. Is that everything for the tent? Oh, just probably another tent / PPE that I didn't mention. Obviously I need a head torch. Head torch is probably the thing that, irrespective if I'm fishing, if I'm hunting, even, I don't know, going late night or walking, whatever, I will always have a head torch. You'll never regret taking a head torch. This is a Phoenix HM70R. I actually have a reel or a short showing this off on my fishing channel. Not sponsored, but this is the best head torch I've ever used, I've ever seen. A lot of people rate lead lenser. They got magnet attachments and stuff so they can block up. I'm not a fan of that. It's super simple. I'm just going to show it off because I'm so impressed with it. Super simple. It's on like a kind of a metal ratchet thing. You move it around. Not going to turn it on, but it's got incredibly bright lights. 3 light settings, I think, plus red light, which is great when you're trying to sneak into animals or, you know, just trying to conserve energy in the tent and stuff. Last ages, I think it'll do something stupid like 100 hours on low and then like 300 hours on red light or something. And I've hammered this thing since I've owned it. It's been incredibly reliable. I have another spare Kia first aid torch, head torch that is on the charge. So I take 2 head torches, plus actually a spare battery as well. We will be hunting on the evening and in the morning, deliberately on change of light, so we're likely, very likely to be walking in unknown areas in the dark. So I want to be able to run that head torch pretty bright, pretty hard out, and have full confidence that I'm not going to run out of battery, because that's when you're going to get in a strife. So yep, spare battery, fully charged, and a spare torch as well. Okay, onto gear, onto clothes, sorry. Get that out of the way. Hopefully my breathing's not too loud, but we'll never know. Alright. I'm not going to go into this in too bloody much depth. And in fact, I don't even think my other jacket's here, but anywho, I got some Hunter's Element breathable under thermals, Hunter's Element pants. Got some, I think they're Marmite. Oh no, they're not. Alpine Essentials, whatever. Torpedo 7, they're on a mean deal. Thermal. What's the bloody wool? Merino. Merino thermals. 2 merino pair of socks. A thin thermal top, so I've got kind of thick thermal top and skinny, and thin, sorry, so for if it gets too warm, or I can quickly change layers depending on how warm it's going to be. I've got a pair of waterproof pants. These are super light, and they're actually my cycling pants, but use those in case it starts to get cold or it starts raining, because I want to be able to take off and on layers quite quickly. I'll just throw them over my Hunter's Element thin pants, and then over the top of those, and if I get colder, I can put extra thermals on. High vis hat. Not keen on being shot by another hunter. If you don't know, pretty much all hoofed animals, I think, and most animals in the wild can only see orange as green, so to speak. So it's only you that stand out, not the animal. Some Hunter's Element shorts. These are wicked. Got double zips, zip on each side. Yeah, rate these pretty highly, so I'll have thermals and shorts. Hopefully that's what I'm going for. First day is going to rain though, so raincoat. I'm hoping it doesn't get too cold because I'm not taking a puffer. I usually don't get cold though, so we'll see. Spare pair of shorts that I'll probably just leave at Rish's. This is kind of my inner jersey, so to speak. It's a thin budget Beyond jersey. Really happy with it. I've used it for like 10 years. Obviously a couple of jocks. And a pair of thermals that I'm going to replace. I have replaced 2 microfiber towels, or chamois towels. Hunter's Element t-shirt, so kind of shorter sleeve, but with a hood, and it's high vis, obviously. But main reason I want this is because it's got a hood. So I'll take the long sleeve off if it gets too hot, but I still want the hood so I don't get sunburn out of my ass. And then yeah, my long sleeve Hunter's Element top that I'll probably be putting on the evenings especially, which also has a face shield as well. And on that note, I have a just a camo gaiters face shield or neck shield, sorry. A couple of pairs of Stony Creek fingerless gloves. I'm hoping it doesn't get too cold. I'm hoping I don't need proper gloves, but you can always just jam them in your pockets. So. No dramas. Good thing about fingerless, a little bit more dexterity than your full gloves, and I don't think it's going to get that cold. Okay, getting there. This here is just a Hunter's Element meat bag. That'll go in my pack. Speaking of pack, nope, sorry, I'm going to go into shoes first. Boots. So I just bought these literally today, or they arrived today. I did measure my calves and thought I'd measured it properly, but I obviously did not. They're a little bit too small for me. Luckily, I think they're going to fit Rish, who doesn't have any gaiters. So these are called like shale gaiters, or gravel gaiters or something. They seem mint, but they're not going to fit my legs. So I'll be using my wintry AF Stony Creek gaiters. These are incredible. I have like zero issues with them. You can just run these into rocks and they're hardy as shit. But they're incredibly warm. So I don't know, I unzip them or just get warm, I guess, and take my thermal pants off and just run shorts. Or I'll impulsively buy some gaiters tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. And then for boots, these are like Grysport, sorry. Grysport Mohuckers. These are recommended by quite a few different people, including Sam Wild on Instagram when I did a poll ages ago. I've run these for a couple of years now. They're sweet as. They stay incredibly waterproof. I don't get, hopefully I don't get blisters. I haven't so far in a few big hunts, but yeah, we'll see what an overnight does. Real happy with those. They're super grippy and really comfortable. Okay, so that's everything kind of external, minus this last little setup here. This is a brand new bino harness that I bought at the Seeker Show. Really looking forward to trying this out. I got this specifically because it fits my Hard Rock 4K thermal binos. My other one, I was using a Hunter's Element one, it just simply didn't fit these big binos. And I also didn't like that, get these in here, that it was just magnet attachment. I quite like the option of having zip, so nothing can fall out, it doesn't flop around. Zips obviously make a lot of noise, so they're not stealth, but realistically 99% of the time you're not zipping close to an animal. If you are, you just silently drop that down first and then run the magnet on the top. Other good thing about these, they're not elastic. The elastic straps, by the way, I've got this upside down because I was fucking around, but anyway, the elastic straps on the couple other bino harnesses, they might be good for the small boys, but on me they just bounce around like crazy. Didn't like it at all. I couldn't kind of jog or run or move quickly. This has got very little elastic. It's obviously made for, I guess, the military or the tough desk jockeys like myself. And it's got mole attachments. Bring it closer, it's pretty wicked. By the way, not sponsored, but I was chatting to TwinNeedle for a bit, asking about all this stuff. Yeah, got my PLB, sorry, in terms of another first aid. PLB on me in the front. And then I've got a wind checker, and that's actually the Hunter's Element side pouch that normally sits on the side of my old bino harness, but I can actually mole attach it here, so it's all like one piece. It's not kind of rattling around, which is awesome. So yeah, I'm absolutely pumped. Give this a go. And then finally, electronics. Now, I've left electronics till last because it's not going to be for everyone. Sorry, it's not going to be for those that don't film, but if you film or are even interested what we do, or what I do, everyone's different, but what I do filming, yeah, this is what I've got set up. So I've tried my best in the last probably year to take less crap, despite what it looks like. I think this is pretty reasonable. So I'm not taking a big extendable pole. I'm not taking a special tripod or anything. I'm trying to film within my means and not take too much stuff. Not only is it heavy weight, it gets annoying setting it up, it's stressful, you can lose it, you can damage it, all that stuff. So I'm taking just a couple of key attachments. One of them is this, it's actually a GoPro rifle attachment actually, but I probably won't be using it for a rifle. It's to attach, and I'm going to have that on here. As you can imagine with the other pole, it looks, as I said, a bit phallic shaped. And that'll be to film either with my standard Osmo 5 action camera or with my DJI Osmo 360. So have that on there, extend these out, and it'll act like a really good filming pole without me needing to take anything extra. Also means I can dig that in the ground in a rock or something and have it all set up, which will be epic. So this attachment here, I've kind of already gone over the two cameras, but basically I don't really use GoPro much anymore. I have used GoPro a lot in the past, but they always overheat. I started moving to DJI and it's just been absolute foolproof, absolute faultless, runs in extremely hot conditions. And most importantly, it actually works off DJI mics as well without needing an external attachment, external transmitter, sorry. So yeah, looking forward to filming this hunt with the DJI Osmo 5 and the Osmo 360. And we'll be having external mics, so I have one for me, one for Rish, one of these, and then so it doesn't matter if we're 10, 15, 20 meters away, running for the Tahr, whatever, you'll be able to hear everything that's going on, which should be epic. So DJI mic mini, sorry, there with my cameras, 3 spare batteries, and the cool thing about the 360 is it's got the exact same battery as the Osmo 5, so just less gear than I need to take. 3 spare plus this. Protective head, oh I don't need that, sorry, that's there, I should get rid of that. A couple of extra attachments, so this is a quad lock to action Osmo attachment, which goes on my quad lock tripod. So this is my only attachment I'm taking. So just strap that on there, so I can just put the old action camera on there, or my phone, because I film a lot with my phone, have that connected as well. Well, one other thing actually, sorry. The other cool thing about this attachment here is it can actually attach to my hard rock binos as well, so we can connect this little attachment to my hiking pole, dig that in the ground, have the binos set up like this without actually having to hold the binos as we're glassing. So I've actually thought quite a lot about this, and I'm pretty sure this little attachment's going to be wicked. And just a head mount. I don't do as much head mount filming anymore. It's mainly just when the action's going full noise and you can't hold it, but you don't get that cool POV with a head mount. And this is a 20,000 milliamp hour power bank with solar panels. It's supposed to be waterproof, hopefully, and dust proof. It's got USB charging, USB-C, micro USB, and it's also even got a torch. Because I'm doing lots of filming, I need as much backup power as I can, especially for my cell phone. Sorry, in terms of first aid, I'll jump right back. So this is my main phone, my Samsung S23 Ultra. I'm with One New Zealand. Again, not sponsored, but yeah, they now have satellite texting, which I've used already a couple of times. Absolutely incredible, lets me keep in touch. My wife even texts her and asks her annoyingly for the weather updates. So need to have good charge for that. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Plus, sorry, just a couple of spare batteries for my binos, my electronic HIC micro binos, and a extra DJI mic. Because one thing I didn't say, sorry, is that both these cameras can connect to microphones, and the microphones actually act as a remote to turn off and on, which is just next level game changer. So we can have it set up over here, be talking, go to push it without like moving and scaring an animal. So yeah, 10 out of 10 rate DJI. And that will bring me to this. Still running? Yep, let's see. Can you guys see that? Hopefully. Oh, there you go. So this is a cheeky plug for myself. If you didn't know, as I said, my fishing channel is a lot bigger. My fishing channel is called Fish Eat Repeat, and you can go to dronefishing.co.nz, get any discounts. on drones, but why it's important for this video is it also includes DJI. So they've recently started bringing in all these cameras. It was actually after I started using them. They're absolute legends. They've supported me really well, and you can get discounts on those as well. If it's not there, just message them, tell them, they'll bring it in for you and apply that discount as well. And then I stupidly don't have it on me. I think I left it in the office, but I'll show you actually. So I recently sharpened this little sword knife here with a Ver knife sharpener. I'm not going to grab it because it'll be a pain in the ass, but anyway, it's an incredibly good rolling stone knife sharpener. Go check it out on my channel if you're interested. I'll throw a link in the description of the video, but yeah, I've got a discount code for that as well. All caps, sharpen repeat at ver.com.au. So yeah, it's a plug for myself. Help me pay for these bloody excursions, and I always rate really good gear, hopefully, so hopefully it does you guys well as well. Just check it's not like all buggered up. Yep, happy days. All right, well, yeah, who knows how well this will go. I think a couple of people I saw watching here and there as I went to check it was running. Thanks so much, hope it was enjoyable. If you've left a comment and I haven't replied yet, apologies, I can't do both at the same. I didn't want to get out my second phone. Please subscribe if you got this far into the video and haven't already. It makes a huge difference to the channel. Leave a comment what you thought. If you think I've missed something critical or just something you think would be good, add that in as well. Oh, sorry, I'm really bad at closing things, but last thing I haven't talked about is actually a rifle. So we're not vegan. We're not going there just to take photos. I'm not taking my my Tikka 7mm 08 on this hunt, but there's plenty of videos showing that in my channel. We'll be using Rish's 243. So looking forward to that. He's already sighted it in, and we're just gonna have to get a little bit closer into that 100-150 meters, and hope for the best. So yeah, taking that. And final last minute, didn't actually talk about my backpack, which is going to hold everything. I got this at the field days. It's a Hunter's Element Arete 45 litre, and it's got tons of room. I'm pretty sure everything's going to fit relatively well. Heaps of room on the front. I'll just strap the old tent on the front. And why I just remembered is that it also has a rifle scabbard attachment there, which will help Rish carry the rifle with. A little bit discombobulated near the end there, but no dramas. Thanks guys for watching. Plenty of videos coming up. Quite a few videos on my channel already. And check out my fishing channel as well if you haven't seen it. Cheers, legends.